Alright, today in the garage, we're going to do an unboxing of a set of 9th Gen Impala black headlights. And we'll do that after the intro. Alright, so the fine folks at AUTOSAVER88 have generously sent me these headlights to test out. Alright, let's get this in here. Nicely packaged. Go up off the tripod here. Nicely packaged. Let's get that in frame there. And it's got, I just want to point out that adjuster. So they say these come with lamps. Oh, let's get a look at them. There we go. Got a nice matte black finish to them. Okay. Just trying to read what it says at the bottom here. It's got the little alignment dot on there. And so far looking so good. So far so good. The little piece of foam inside there. Okay. We got a rubber gasket around the top. Huh. Interesting. I kind of just peeled it out. So, what I like to do, you know, with these aftermarkets, I'm gonna take. Oh, I gotta grab it here. I got some silicone sealant. I'm gonna run a bead just around the whole thing, top and bottom, right at the seam here. Oh, this has some. Oh, this has some sealant on it already, but I'm gonna double up. Does not have lamps. Contrary to what it says on Amazon, there are no lamps provided. I want to take these off just to. They're a little tough to get the caps off too. Okay, we got gaskets. Let's take a look at that. There's the connector. There's the connector right there. A little bit different than the stock connector. Yeah, it is. It's different. We're gonna have to make sure the lamps all connect up to that. Okay. Yeah. 0 lamps provided, so I'm gonna have to transfer everything over from the stockers. So I'm gonna run a bead of silicone around the headlights, and the other thing I'm gonna do, of course I don't have it handy. Oh, right here. I'm gonna apply some ceramic coating to the lenses. Give it a little extra protection. So far, they look pretty snazzy. Let's just hold it up. See how that's gonna look on my black car. Not too bad. Pretty handsome. So I'm gonna dry fit them to the car first, just see how they look, see how they fit. Then I'll go ahead with the silicone, change the lamps over, and I'm probably gonna have to adjust them. But let's get them on the car. So for those of you that aren't aware, the 9th Gen Impala, these headlights are really easy to remove. So you're gonna go right up front here, grab this clip, up and out, set it to the side, don't lose it, and then right here, get you like a 7mm nut driver, or you could use a socket with an extension. And there's one screw right here that you undo. Real simple. Now, I just want to make note before I pull this headlight out. Right there is your adjuster screw. And some of these aftermarket headlights, there's a big giant block here and it hits into the core support. So we're going to see how these AUTOSAVER88s hit. I know I already noticed the adjuster isn't at the top, it's at the side down here. So let's see how she fits. Let's set the camera over here. And so, literally just comes straight out. You gotta kind of finagle it around the grill. And then you have your electrical connector. Let's see if I'm getting that on camera here. You want to make sure you grab that there, pull that out, and you know, put a little dielectric grease on here. As you can kind of see, mine's kind of degrading a little bit there. Let's get the camera on these two here. Hold them up side by side. That's the new one. Let's get the stock one here. I'm way out of frame here. Let me back this camera out so I can get a good comparison here. All right. All right, for the moment, I'm not going to swap the lamps. I'm just going to put the headlight in. Assuming you have installed all your lamps, let's look at all this here. Let's compare the back here. Okay. I mean, wiring, oh, see this little clip, looks like there's a spot for it to drop into right here. Yeah, gotta kind of bunch these wires together, I think. Let's get that hand out of the way. Yeah, see, this should, maybe it goes the other way. I think it goes this way. Yeah, there we go. I'm trying to line this up exactly like the stocker. Okay, so it should go in like that. Let's look at the stock. Yep. The caps look a little bit different, but everything else looks pretty similar. Yeah. Oh yeah, here's the adjuster right here. And let's look at the stock adjuster. Okay. A little bit different. I'm hoping they fit. Let's just dry fit this sucker, see how she goes. Okay. Pull back the camera. See if that electrical connector connects up there. Yeah, she snaps right in. Let's get her around the grill. This is always my biggest thing here, is getting it around the bumper. I always have problems getting it up on behind the bumper here. Okay. Looks like she fit. Yeah, she fits. Look at that. I mean, I don't know that I can really get a nut driver on that, but you can certainly get an open end wrench on it and adjust it. Yeah. The gasket fits. I am impressed so far. Let's see how the clip. Let's get the clip on here. Yep. And all important. Yeah, that nut. I gotta pull it. I gotta draw it in a little bit. I do have to draw it in a little bit to get it to bolt up. Just a little bit. Yeah. It's going now. I gotta put a little pressure on the front of it. Okay. We're in. Let's get the old one out of the way. Let's close the hood and see how it works. Alright. Ooh. Yeah, she fits good. Fits really nice. Let's compare it to the driver's side. I'm going to get a light here so I can... Let's compare how the stock fits around the hood. Yep, there's a little bit of a gap there. All right, let's compare that new one again. Just get my set of eyes on the... Yeah, it's about the same. Same little gap there. Yep, we got that. All right. Yeah, this isn't... I just want to make sure this sits against the hood. See over here? Yeah, this doesn't even sit against the hood. And there's no gasket on the bottom. Nope, I think we're pretty close to stock. So far, so good. So as far as fit and finish go, I think I gotta give them an A for fit and finish. It went in just like stock. It fits. It has all the same stock gaps. I just had to push it a little bit in to get the hole to engage the nut. So I think we're I'm impressed so far. Maybe let's switch the lamps over. I know it's broad daylight out. We can't really test the beam pattern. I'm gonna have to come back at night and do that, but so far, pretty impressed with the AUTOSAVER88 headlights. Going back to removing this, the one thing I always get wrong. So when you pull from the front here to the side, that'll get you across the grill, and then pull this out. That's where I always get tripped up. Hassle. So going back to this adjustment, nice little 10mm boxed end wrench fits right on there, and you can make your adjustments as such. So we'll get these out at night, and I will adjust them best I can, given the limited space I have to work with. But it's nice, it has the stock, the little adjustment dots. Oh, my finger isn't on it there. Let's see. Right there. Just like the stocks have. They both have it. I'll link to a video on how you're supposed to adjust your Impala headlights. And I will do that at night. Gonna give you a little one-handed shot here of all the I just went and ran a bead of silicone around the seal, which I recommend you do on all aftermarket headlights. You don't want moisture getting in here. And then I went ahead and polished them with that spray ceramic coating. I noticed there's a couple flaws on here. I think it's the other one. Oh, this one's got some scratches right there. And then the other one, I noticed a smudge on the inside of the lens. It's not going to affect anything. I'm just saying they're in better shape than my stocks anyway. So Longevity, that remains to be seen. Maybe we'll check in a year and see how they're doing. So let's take a look at what they look like on the car. Right now, so I'm changing the lamps over. I had BeamTech LEDs in my original housings, and I just wanted to note that these plugs, they look different from the originals, but these housings I have the clips on the side, so they do plug in. And I noticed too, the way that's oriented looks different. Actually, it's the same on that one. My driver's side one, it was different. I had to turn the lamps. You still want them to go up and down like that. See, let's see if this one's different. It was different on the driver's side one. Okay, see how that's got the big hump right there? Oh, that one is the same. The one on the driver's side was clocked 180 degrees. I had to finagle the headlight a little. Well, anyway, guess it's not an issue on the passenger side. But anyway, I got my driver's side all ready to go. Everything plugged in, other than that little issue on the driver's side one. It was plugged in beautiful. Went back together. The LEDs fit under the caps. All good. So tonight I'm gonna go out and aim these things, and we'll get a shot of what they look like in the dark. All right, so we're out adjusting, and got my board there, and I just want to say I had to run these adjusters out quite a bit to get them to adjust down. But I think I got them adjusted pretty good. So let's turn these back on and see how they look. Make sure I got everything out of here. Flashed. So the AUTOSAVER88 headlights look great on a black car, and they also look fantastic on a red car. I think they look better on the red car, honestly. I'm gonna leave them on this one. Alright, so what are my honest thoughts on these headlights? Well, I think judging by the reviews on Amazon, I think they've improved the product since, 2017 when the product first came out. The fit and finish is great. I mean, man, just like stock. The only real issue I had was the driver's side headlight. I ran the adjuster all the way to the end and it was still just maybe an inch too high. And I don't know if you noticed that when I was pulling up to the house, you could see it on the garage. The left one was a little higher, and you want to have that one a little bit lower than the right. That's the only issue I had. I mean, I drove a couple times at night and I didn't get flashed by anybody, so I'm not really too concerned with it. But again, they're aftermarket housings. They're about a third the cost of OEMs, and like I said, run some silicone around the lens and apply some wax or something to them, because the sun's gonna destroy. That's how these aftermarket housings are. Just as long as you're aware of that going in. I really love how this looks on this red car. I mean, looks awesome. So I want to thank the fine folks at AUTOSAVER88 for the headlights, and this is my honest review of them. Be sure to check my description box below. The fine folks at AUTOSAVER88 will be giving a special discount code for my viewers. So if you want to check out these headlights, be sure to check out the link I provide below. And once again, if you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for visiting.